Hello, and welcome to this Anahata Heart Chakra Asana class. Today, we will be working with asana that focuses on opening the heart. You may like to grab a few props like a strap and blocks. If you don't own a strap, you can use a dish towel. And if you don't have blocks, you can use a stack of books or something with a wide surface that is sturdy. We will begin with a mindfulness practice, mudra, and setting an intention. We'll practice a quick warm-up before we get onto the ground with heart-opening poses and ending class with time to integrate it all. So, without further ado, I invite you to take a moment now to grab your props, hop into something comfy, and we'll get started. After you've placed your props in grabbing distance, I welcome you to take a comfortable seated position on your mat. If you'd like, you can use one of the blocks to sit on to raise the hips. As you settle into your seated position, inhale through the nose, rolling the shoulders up to the ears, exhaling out the mouth, shoulders down the back. Take a moment here to notice your breath without any need to control it, without judgment. Just witness the breath. If you'd like, you can try thinking the word in as you inhale, and as you exhale, thinking the word out. Before we begin, let us acknowledge the land on which we reside and the people who have stewarded this land throughout generations. If you know the name of the original stewards, you can name them now. I currently reside on the ancestral, unceded territory of the Osage and Quapaw tribes, commonly known as the colonized state of Arkansas. If you don't know the name of the original stewards, that's all right. You can take time after class to do your own research. As we continue to focus on the breath, let us also acknowledge the land of yoga's origin, India, and all the teachers and students who have kept this spiritual wisdom alive for us to be able to practice here today. If you'd like, you can practice the Purna Jana Mudra. It translates from Sanskrit as complete wisdom, true and pure love. To form this mudra, touch the tips of the index finger and thumb on both hands. Then place your left hand on your left knee, cupping the knee, and place the right hand on your chest. I invite you now to either take a soft gaze, looking at a point a few inches in front of you, or closing down the eyes. Ask your body which it would prefer in this moment. Bringing the attention back to the breath, inhaling, thinking in, exhaling, thinking out. In, out. Notice the breath without changing anything. And as you notice, I encourage you to set a sankalpa, or intention, for this practice. And since our focus is the anahata chakra, you may choose something like love, self-love, forgiveness, or compassion. Choose whatever comes to mind first, as long as it feels good. Once you decide on your sankalpa, I ask you to bring that energy into your heart space, feeling this area and noticing what sensations, if any, arise. As you're ready, begin to flutter the eyes open and to make your way to standing at the top of the mat. Place the feet about hip width apart, if that feels good, and root down into the feet as you place your hips over ankles and shoulders over hips. Chin is parallel to the floor and your crown reaches towards sky. Allow the arms to fall to the side however feels natural. Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale the arms towards sky, pressing palms together. Exhale the hands down to heart center. Anjali Mudra. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale the elbows in line with the shoulders, squeezing the shoulder blades together, creating a 90-degree angle with the arms. Allow the chest to rise as you look to sky, opening the heart space. Exhale all the way down, hands to earth. Knees can be bent here if it feels good. Uttanasana, forward fold. Upon your next inhale, reach the right foot back and gently come onto the right knee. Lay the top of the right foot on the mat. Make sure the left knee is bent at 90 degrees, just above the ankle. Exhale your chest up, squeezing the inner thighs toward midline. There are two options here for the arms. Option one, you can go to goalpost arms, just as we did standing, with the elbows bent at 90 degrees. Or option two, bring the hands clasped together behind your back, straightening the arms to where feels comfortable. No matter which option you choose, allow the chest to shine forward as you breathe. On your next exhale, bring the hands to mat, reaching the left foot back in line with the right into plank pose. And there are two options here. Option one, bring the knees to the mat, slowly lowering the chest. Then inhale, bring the shoulders up to the ears and down the back as you rise the crown towards sky, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Bhujangasana or cobra. Option two, push off your toes a bit, leaning the shoulders past the wrist. Exhale to bend the elbows, lowering the chest down. Inhale, flipping the toes to the tops on the mat, pushing into palms, straightening arms, lifting crown to sky. Chaturanga into Urdhva Mukha Savasana, or upward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale the chest towards earth, pushing into the palms. On the inhale, raising the hips towards sky. Adho Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog. It may feel good here to pedal out the feet, pressing into one heel and then the other. Inhale, bring the right foot forward, bending the knee 90 degrees, allowing the left knee to touch the mat. Exhale. Inhale the chest and arms up, crown towards sky. Exhaling the arms, choosing from either option as before, goal post arms or hands clasped behind the back. Allow the chest to shine as you look up. Inhale. Exhale the hands down to mat. Inhale the left foot next to the right, feet hip width apart or farther. Do what feels right for you in this moment, in your Uttanasana or forward fold. Exhale, bending the knees slightly. Inhale, arms up, palms to touch above the head. Exhaling, hands down to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Take a moment here to breathe and notice how you feel. We will now be doing the same sequence, just backwards. Inhale, prayer hands up to sky, gazing up. Exhale, goal post arms and down to the mat. Inhale, left foot back, knee to mat, low lunge. Exhale. Inhale, arms up, choosing to do goal post arms or clasped behind the back. Inhale, release the hands down, bringing the right foot back in line with the left. Plank. Going to either option here, exhaling knees, then chest to the mat, inhaling to Bhujangasana or Cobra, or exhaling into Chaturanga, inhaling to Upward Dog. Choose your journey. On your next exhale, raise the hips towards sky into Adho Mukha Savasana, Downward Dog. You can pedal the feet out here if you'd like as you breathe. On your next inhale, bring the left foot forward, right knee to mat, choosing which option for the arms feels best. Letting the chest open towards sky. Exhale, hands to mat, and bring the right foot forward in line with the left. Inhale, hinging at the hips, arms out wide and up towards sky. Exhale, palms together and down to heart center. I now invite you to come down onto the belly. This is where you might want to utilize your strap. We are working to stretch the quad muscle here by bringing the heel of the foot as close to the buttock as feels comfortable in this moment. Bend the right knee and either reach back to grab the foot or ankle, bringing it towards the buttock, or utilize the strap by wrapping it around the foot and grabbing onto the other end of the strap. No matter which option you choose, take a moment to breathe here. Upon your next exhale, release the stretch and do the same thing on the other side. Notice if the left side feels different from the right. It's natural for one side to feel different than the other. Without judgment, just notice how it feels as you breathe. On your next exhale, release the pose. Next, we'll be moving into the Dhanurasana or bow pose. I'll be providing 3 options for this. Option 1, duplicate the last pose with the strap around one foot, bringing it closer to the buttock, raising the chest, placing the opposite arm of the strapped leg parallel to the front of the mat, reaching crown to sky, and after a few breaths, switching to the other leg. Option 2 is to wrap the strap around both feet, bending both knees, grabbing the other end of the strap in one hand, and placing the other arm onto the mat parallel to the edge. Option 3, grab both ankles, whichever option you choose. On your next inhale, push the feet into the strap or hands, raising the chest and head towards sky. Breathe here. On your next exhale, release the pose, allowing the legs to straighten out behind you, placing your arms wherever feels good. Take your time in moving from your belly onto your knees, allowing the buttock to sit on the heels. Inhale, exhale. On the next inhale, raise the hips forward, coming to standing on your knees. And there are 3 options here where you can position your arms. Option 1, turn the fingers toward the earth, placing the palms on the small of the back. Option 2, place your blocks or stack of books on the outside of the feet, leaning back gently, placing one hand on the block and then the other. Option 3, lean back to place the left hand on the left heel, then right hand on the right heel. Whichever option you choose, you can bend the toes so their bottom is touching the mat, or leave the tops of the feet flat. Once you've settled into your Ustrasana or camel pose, raise the chest to sky, allow the head to fall back slightly, if it feels good. Take a few breaths here, really pushing the hips forward and engaging the glutes, letting your anahata chakra shine. On your next exhale, release the pose slowly and gently, taking your time. We will meet in balasana or child's pose, however that may look for you today. The knees can be wide or closed, allowing the upper body to fold over, coming towards the mat. If the knees are wide, you can extend the arms out in front. Another option for the arms here is to extend them forward, placing the hands on a block. This may give you a little more space to work with. If the knees are closed, you can place the arms down the sides next to the feet. Explore what feels good here. As you settle into this pose, bring your attention back to the breath. Notice how it may feel different than when you started. Notice any sensations in the body, if there are any. And notice how your anahata chakra feels. Breathe and notice. When you're ready, make your way to lying on your back. Bring both knees towards the chest and grab a hold of them. You can squeeze them close if it feels good, and you may also like to try rocking side to side. On your next exhale, release the pose, allowing the legs to flay out wherever feels good, along with the arms. You can choose to stay here for śavāsana or come to a comfortable seated position of your choice. In a moment, we'll be chanting a mantra together. In Sanskrit, this mantra means that which is radiant and is associated with the element of fire. Fire is the traditional element for the anahata chakra in the 5-chakra tantric system. This mantra we'll be chanting today is Ram. R-A-M. Ram. We will chant this 3 times together, and then I'll give you about a minute to soak up all the energy you just cultivated throughout this practice. Together, inhale. Ra. 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 I invite you now to focus on your heart chakra for the next minute in silence. Notice how it feels, if there are any differences than from when you began this practice. If the mind wanders, gently bring it back to your heart center. To bring yourself back to your body and environment, take a deep breath in through the nose, exhaling out with a sigh. Deepen and lengthen each breath as you begin to bring movement back to the body. Maybe you wiggle the fingers and toes, or take a big good morning stretch. Do whatever feels right for you in this moment. Gently flutter the eyes open and slowly make your way to a seated position if you're not already there. I invite you here to take a moment to send gratitude to yourself for getting on the mat, for working with the energy of your heart chakra, and for allowing your body the time and space to move. I am honored that you joined me here today for this Anahata Chakra Asana class. I hope you enjoyed it and continue to work with your heart chakra off the mat. Please share how you got on with this sequence and what else you'd like to see from me going forward. Blessed be.